What are you looking at? What? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Forget you.
Forget you.
Girl, don't be fucking with me, right? Because I ain't in no mood. Fuck!
The biggest challenge is definitely being able to just take everything off and go home at the end of the night, because it's delving into dark recesses that you don't go to every day. So just kind of taking those clothes off and being able to put your normal clothes back in, because this is not what I wear every day. How it happened is, it's like this, and this is for real. When I was a little kid, the building I lived in caught on fire. And my mother held me out the window and said, "Fly away, fly away, fly away, little bird." Only, I wasn't no little bird. And I didn't fly. Now, I don't know what that bitch was smoking, because if I didn't die from the fire, I straight up should have died from the fire. My luck being, somebody threw out a mattress with the trash can. Fucking fate, man. I was on my ass. And then this wino found me and took care of me until his liver gave out. And I was all alone.
There we go.
So the biggest difference between me and the character is the ability. I think I personally have a lot more empathy than this character does, and I'm very much a caring people person, I think. Other people can say what they want. That's what I think of myself. So is that falling into the character? Maybe, but who cares? But this character really just has complete disregard for anybody that isn't himself. So yeah, is it selfless to say that I'm selfless? Hard to take something like this off at the end of the night and just kind of resume normal life. So this character lives in a very depressing and kind of just constant state of blue. And there's been some days where I'm just like, I need to go home and take a nap, because I can't physically continue the rest of my day and then walk into rehearsal without being like energized. I find it's been kind of hard to sleep. It's gotten a little, I mean, I've always had trouble sleeping, but it's gotten a little harder to sleep throughout this process, because there's a lot of things going through my head about it that kind of have to do with the show and the mental state of the character. But it's like how to safely play that and how to connect real life experiences with the experiences of the character.
Hi, I'm Violet Cabbage, and I'm playing Echo. And when I first got cast, I was very excited, because I've always really liked the story that this show tells, and I think it's really prevalent and really important to tell. So I was very excited to be a part in telling it. I was very nervous because of the content of it, and because my character is like, how we've kind of thought about it is like I'm almost the everyman in it, so I observe a lot, but I'm also an outsider to a degree too. Like I don't have any friends. Like I get bullied a lot throughout this show, but she's very persistent and has a very strong intention. I was just nervous about making sure that came across the audience, that she's young, she's 12, but she's still very strong, and I was worried about that, but I think I'm getting there. So I think another one of the bigger challenges was my character is Echo, and she does literally echo a lot of the characters, and it was very hard for me to kind of like take the words that other people are saying and have my own meaning towards it. That Echo is telling her own story through other people's words, which is a challenge. It's very fun, but it's very difficult. And it was a lot of like realizing that sometimes when I'm echoing people, it's two different conversations. Like I'm having a conversation with them, but they're not aware of it or something like that. And just making sure that it came across the audience and like whoever I was playing across from, that my purpose was I wanted to build a relationship with them, but they were just too self-centered as their characters to realize that, and trying to make sure that I made that come across as challenging but really fun. I think definitely, yeah. It's been hard. We've had, at the beginning of our process, we came back to school a week early for 9 to 5 rehearsals, and we had a lot of presentations from people who work with homeless women or homeless people like currently. And going through a lot of those presentations, they were very raw, and it kind of brought to a forefront, and it was a little scary. But I think it really drove home how important it was to tell the story with dignity and how important the story was. So it has been hard to do a lot of those themes, especially because my character's at the forefront of a lot of them. I get the backlash of a lot of people have gone through their events and of these homelessness, drug abuse, and then they take how they're feeling of that out onto my character. So she's affected almost secondhand from it, but it's still very difficult because she's like a conduit for all these other people's emotions that they hide. We are telling a story, and it's very important, but we're also just telling a story. We're not these characters. We're the characters when we're on stage, but it's very important to drop it. And I have a lot of good friends that I'm able to talk to about it and who help me stay safe and who check me, who are like, are you being safe about this? Are you making the right choice to use that, XYZ? And that's been really, really helpful and eye-opening for me that, yes, I want to be fully committed and do an amazing job, but also my mental health is very important. I need to take care of that too. So definitely talking to people and exercising and listening to music and remembering that I'm safe with my friends that I get to go on stage with every night and do my job with, and that when we're on stage we're a character, but I know I'm safe with them, and I also know that I'm safe with them off stage. So that's just really important to surround myself with good people and know that I'm doing my job.
Yeah, well, see, I like you.
Yeah? And what is that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't.
Fuck you!
Okay. Fuck me. Fine. Fuck me. Only next time, don't be all like nothing. I don't know. I swear, all that's gonna be left to you one of these days is this little tiny voice that goes nothing. I don't know.
Shut up!
Whatever.
It's like you see all these things, and it's like you look out into the world and you're like, I want that, and that, and that, and it's never gonna be enough for you. As long as you got eyes in your head, you're always gonna be wanting shit.
Girl, I deserve the moon. I deserve the stars. I deserve all of it.
Yeah, well, I ain't like you.
And what's so wrong with wanting shit? No, really. What's so wrong with wanting shit? Forget this. Forget you.
It's because there ain't no point.
What? There ain't no point.
So, when I first got cast as Skinhead Boy, one of the things I was scared about is that the character is really dark. There are parts of him that I'm scared of, I guess. Just habits that I don't want to gain through trying to portray the character. He's very into drugs. He has this very explosive personality, very aggressive, and that's something that I was nervous about because I don't think I'm an aggressive person, but in researching and trying to become the character on stage, I kind of found myself feeling more present and out there, and I started to worry that I would start to get more aggressive about that, I guess. Honestly, the most fun thing is getting to show his change because, he starts off very, high energy, aggressive, and he kind of has this arc where he realizes that everything he's doing is because he is alone, because he has nothing real, that every part of himself is fabricated because he doesn't know what is real.
Are you sleeping? You still sleeping? Come on, girl, I know you're here. I know you are. Just say something. Just say something.
think in some ways building my character has, but recently, I've been very cautious about that. Last year I let character and subject matter really affect my mental health, and it got very bad, and since then I've been really cautious about it because I don't want that to happen again, and so I'd say yes, but not as much as it could have. Well, I've often, recently a lot of tools I've used have just been self-care, saying I've done a good job, I deserve to sleep a little extra, like sleep late. I deserve to sit down and just kind of watch Netflix and zone out. Kind of to give myself a rest after a long rehearsal, especially if it's, a really heavy subject matter, because it lets me become me again.
My mother was this beautiful queen like out of some fairy tale. I don't know what my father was. Skipped town when I was a baby. Ran off to Denver or something. When I was 7, some guy my mom was shacking up with tied a rope around my middle and dropped me down the well out back. He wasn't angry. He wasn't nothing. It wasn't like that. I stayed in that well for 7 days. It was dark. I didn't never think about dying. I just listened. Listened to the wind in the trees, the way it just... I listened to the bugs rubbing in the dirt. The way the walls and water blend sound. Later, my mother was holding me. Her face so close to mine, all warm and wet, and she kept saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry," like it was the words to some song. She held me so close. Held me so tight it hurt. Like I was coming apart.
Brittle, brattle, scattle, diddly dee, scattle, diddly do. Red leather, yellow leather, copper kettles, brittle, brattle, scattle, diddly dee, scattle, diddly do.